guys, my name is Omeno Michelle and here is my September TBR. That's a sign from the universe that I should stop being crazy. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, karibu sana. I hope you will stay. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn the notification bell on. We make videos on Tuesdays and or Thursdays, and I hope you'll be here as I go along this journey. I usually make bookish content, but sometimes I will incorporate some crafts, and I hope we will both have fun. That being said, the agenda of this video is to share with you my TBR for September. I do TBRs because there are books in my library. Wait, somebody said a library should have like 1,000 books. I'm not yet there, so books on my shelf that I might never read. Not right now. I might not be in the rush to read them. Maybe books outside of the genre, like literary fiction. Literary fiction. Literary fiction. You have a dirty mind, girl. You have a dirty mind. So I curate monthly TBR to guide me through the month. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't work. But for the times that they have worked, it's been quite an amazing experience. Otherwise, I would have just stuck to my crime fiction and thriller, and sometimes that can be boring. So I needed a bit of infusion. That's why I do a TBR. First up, I'm a subgene. This was the fantasy book pick of the month for August. I only have 90 pages to go. The book club meeting was yesterday. Today is Monday. Yesterday was 3rd on a Sunday. But I did attend and it was fun. Something about talking about books with other people is that you get to see perspective that you as a reader wouldn't have normally seen if you had read and kept it to yourself. So that was quite enriching. I can talk so much about this book. We shall talk about it in depth in a coming vlog. So all in all, I love this book. I love it. I will highly recommend it. That being said, like 2 years ago in 2020, Alexa Wendy, aka Lexa Reads, you can follow her on YouTube channel. You can follow her on IG, Lexa Wendy, started a readathon that we, not only just Kenyans, because you international people can join, read Kenyan books. That being said, here are my picks for the month. The Leaves of May by Noni. I'm using a social handle by Wudoni Maina. I've read up to page 42. The first chapter, quite promising. It reads like a literary fiction. From reading chapter 1, I'm like, this girl has potential. Chapter 2 was a bit of a confusion because it has so much information. I think that is something that she can iron out. But that being said, I didn't finish. I started it in August. I didn't finish. I wasn't in the right frame mind to read this book. And given that I want to give her a fair chance, I decided to read it this month. And this will be the first book that I read in September. I'm going in blind, but I know that it follows 3 generations of women who are linked together. I don't know what links them, but I know that it is quite heavy. So I'm ready for it now. I'm ready for it. The other book is Beer Pressure by Otieno Opondo. I also don't know much about this. I want to go in blind, but given the title, it feels like somebody in this book is addicted to beer because of pressure. Duh. I've been currently reading How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie for the past, I think, 3 months, because according to him, for you to get the lessons in this book, you need to read 1 chapter twice, not a chapter in a day. It has been quite enlightening because he explores things that we as humans take for granted, simple things that might make you stand out from other people, things like remembering people's name, things like not telling other people they are wrong, especially if you want to change their way of viewing something. The minute you tell somebody their assumption is wrong or their thinking is wrong, they will be busy trying to prove that they are right, that they will not even be there to listen to your point of view. So that's a take home for me. The fact that you should avoid arguments because that doesn't help at all. Smiling, it's been just quite a journey, and it has helped me not even influence people. It just has helped me like reevaluate myself as a human and the way I treat others. And it's been quite growing for me, so I can see why so many people rate this book highly, especially if you put the lessons into action. The thing about these books is that you have to put the lessons into practical. Yeah, go practice, this is theory, then go practice in the field and see. That's the only way you can learn, you can experience for yourself if this theory is real or this is not. We're scientists. At the end of the day, we're scientists. Even if you don't agree, we're scientists. We are here trying things, trial and error. You don't know exactly that these AirPods will work, but you go try it and you find out that work. That is science. I'm being crazy. So this year I wanted to read more poetry. For somebody who loves poetry, writes poetry, I don't read much of poetry, so that was one of my aims this year, to read much more poetry, and not only just from Kenya, from all over the world. Last month I read Before the Next Song by Clement Chihota. It was quite a beautiful book. I loved the message in the lines. I loved the message in the rhymes. I loved his writing style. It was just not only entertainment, but also a teaching moment for myself, and I couldn't appreciate the book more. At least this year I've explored much of Zimbabwe, because the other day I was reading 3:15 a.m. and Other Stories by Rudo Manyeri. That book is just gorgeous. I think that was the highlight of my book reviewing journey this year. And that being said, this month we're gonna read The Cremation of the Scarecrow by Zikimai Chando. He's also a Zimbabwean. I've heard great things about this book. I'm only like 5 pages in, but so far so good. We're open to learn new styles. We're open to explore more of Zimbabwe. We're open to see what he will spark in me. I'm ready for this adventure. So we shall at the end of the month we shall check in and see how it went. But isn't this cover gorgeous? mm, mm, mm. I love when the packaging is as beautiful as the content. That being said, at the beginning of the year, I don't know if you took part in the 22 books people want to read in 2022. I did take part. So far I've read 12 books out of the 22 books. Two or four of them I've already assigned months that I would read at the end of before the year ends, and then 8 of them I'm still debating how I will spread them, because this is a challenge I really want to finish. What's the point of starting a challenge and not finishing them? I know sometimes life happens, so that is very understandable, but this is what I want to achieve, since I already achieved my Goodreads goal of 52 books. Yeah. That being said, these are the books that are remaining: A Thousand Splendid Suns by Khalid, The Havoc of Choice by Wanjiro Koinange, The Night Suckers by Erin Morgenstern, An Amber in the Ashes by Sabata Hir, Making Sense by Washeke Ndwati, The Tiger's Wife by T. Obre. Please forgive me if I'm butchering her name. The Magician's Assistant by Anne Patchett, and Bloat by Catherine Coulter. Because I couldn't decide, I asked my followers on Instagram to help me decide, and this is how the poll went. Blowout and The Magician's Assistant got 0 votes. The Tiger's Wife got 1 vote. Making Sense got 1 vote. The Night Suckers got 2 votes. Then An Amber in the Ashes got 3 votes. The Havoc of Choice got 6 votes. And then A Thousand Splendid Suns got 9 votes. That being said, we shall be reading A Thousand Splendid Suns. This I will read this week. This and The Leaves of May. And I'm a bit scared because last year I read The Kite Runner. It was quite deep. It was quite an enriching experience for me to read a book from Afghanistan and explore that area. It's kind of like made me throw away myths that I've heard about the area, but I also learned so much about them and their culture. I was too shocked to cry. And I think right now you guys want me to cry. So this is part of the my TBR, and given its heaviness, we will start with this. Get that away with. If I end up crying, I blame you, but I will be washing my eyes and washing away uh, heavy emotions of the year. So the next book is The Havoc of Choice by Wanjiru Koinange. This is also another heavy book. It's set in Kenya. It is based on true stories that happened in Kenya. And I love this book because I got to experience just a bit of it. I didn't experience much of the violence, but I know people who did, and it was quite heavy. And because I gave it 5 stars, I read it 2 years ago during the first Kenyan Readathon. So I want to see if I will love or appreciate the book the way I did then, or will the rating go down, or will I love it more? But I'm a fan of this lady. She's doing magical things, so I cannot wait. That being said, given that I will be finishing How to Win Friends and Influence People this month, I thought I would read Making Sense by Washeke Ndwati. I love this woman, got me starting on my personal finance journey. They have a blog, Making Sense, if I'm not wrong, and it has quite a plethora of awesome information about money and, you know, how to grow your wealth. And this is how I started consciously creating money. So I know compared to the blog, this is a bit of condensed information. If you read this and if it's not enough, you can go to the blog. It has articles from as far back as 2017, even 2013 if I'm not wrong, and they are quite valid. Book made for Kenyans. So this is a system that you can actually incorporate as a Kenyan. I don't know about the world over, but now more than ever, personal finance is really important because we are not taught about this in schools. So it's up to you. It's your initiative. You want to have a life full of freedom and fun, you have to go learn for yourself. She also has a school. If the money is quite pricey, get the book. And if the book is not enough, go to a blog. And if that is not enough, go inbox her on Instagram or Twitter because they're there and they're open to talk to people. That being said, this is my TBR for the month. Shall we finish it? I do not know. I hope for the best. And I hope I will have fun while at it, because what's the point of reading if you don't get the pleasure? You only get the pressure. So I would love to know what you're reading this month. What is your most anticipated read of the month? And if you do TBRs or you're a mood reader. Otherwise, I hope you have a month full of awesomeness and that you get to read books that will add more pleasure to take off the pressure of life. If you're new in this space, welcome on board. I hope that you will stay. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. You're highly appreciated. That being said, see you until next video. See you on the next video. Bye.